But I just want to give you a little tip about doing abs in the TRX. So today we did an exercise, squat, row, and roll out, and I'll kind of show you what it is, so we can kind of dissect the actual movement. So this exercise looks a little like this. All right, so if we do that exercise correctly, we'll get a lot of core engagement on that rollout pattern. If we do it incorrectly, what we'll see is people doing a hip hinge, getting a hamstring stretch, and a little bit of core engagement. So what we want to do is get the most bang for our buck, or make that exercise effective. Right? I just heard something the other day, I don't remember where it was, but they talked about in exercise, we don't really, for effectiveness, we don't want the easier version of it. If we're not strong enough, of course we want to modify things so we can actually do the actual movement. But if we can do the harder movement, we want to do the harder movement. Right? So what you'll see, and I don't know if the camera will catch this, but what you'll see people do, watch my hips on the rollout. What you'll see people do is they'll get in this actual movement. They'll go here, then they'll go here, and then they'll roll out. Right? So if I'm looking for core engagement in that rollout, and I move my hands out this way, right, and I hinge at the hips, I've lost that core engagement. Right? I'm no longer turning my abs on. When I regain it and actually challenge my abdominals is when I get back to the lack of the hip hinge. When I get back to hips in that neutral position, just like that. Right? So what I'm trying to do is keep the hips in this position, in my plank position, on the rollout, on the full rollout. So why do we do a plank? We do a plank because it's effective for core engagement. Right? So I'm trying to get into a plank immediately once I get out of my squat and row, or once I'm into a rollout. So this applies to any exercise where you're doing a little rollout with the TRX. So we need to keep our hips forward, squeeze our glutes to turn on the abdominals. So there's a big difference between this, right, where I get it at the end, and this, where I get it the whole way through. Right? Yes, you are not going to be able to do as many the second way that I just did that, but will that way be more effective? Yes, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the challenge to get stronger. Right? We're not looking for 10 reps. We're looking to get stronger. And this one isn't really going to get us much stronger. Right? But if we lock this in place, hold that good plank, roll out from this position, and then challenge ourselves, right? We can actually get some effectiveness out of the workout. You'll get results quicker. That's that.